comedian Katie Halper, co-founder and performer of the national comedy tour Laughing Liberally. Katie, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So there's a lot to digest here with Sarah Palin. What stands out?
I think the affair with Rice is amazing. Apparently she had a fetish for black men, which is great news for the one black man in the Tea Party.
Might be able to play along.
Might be able to drill here, drill now.
Now, is there anything about her previous history of drilling here, drilling now, that could portend any moral problems that the Tea Party might have for her?
I guess if she wants to go rogue, which now I have, of course, a totally different understanding. I think the Tea Party's moral compass is pretty off. I mean, I think that if all else fails, she could pretend that she'd killed someone, and then they'll all cheer for her the way that they did for Rick Perry and the way that they did for Ron Paul. So that's always an option. The irony is I don't care about this stuff. She's the family values activist. She's the one whose daughter somehow is a spokeswoman for abstinence only. I don't know if she realizes that she's actually unintentionally a spokeswoman for Planned Parenthood. But somehow they're able to spin reality. I think I found the perfect symbol for Ron Paul. He's like a cuckoo clock, right? Because he's almost always wrong, he's always cuckoo, and he makes a grating sound. I personally think that his position on Israel is very refreshing. And there may be a little anti-Semitism in there. I assume he's equal opportunity bigoted, and he's definitely racist, so I'm going to assume there's some anti-Semitism. I think the most exciting endorsement is the dating website's endorsement of Newt Gingrich, who's literally become the poster child for adultery. Ashley Madison is a dating site, and its motto is, life is short, have an affair. They put a picture of Newt Gingrich, looking even larger than he usually does, on a billboard, and it says, Newt Gingrich, unfaithful husband, faithful Republican. So Newt Gingrich is now literally the face of adultery, and it's a very appropriate face since he's such a prolific adulterer himself. I know that Sarah Palin fancies herself a feminist. I don't think she's a feminist at all. I mean, if she's a feminist, she's a selective feminist. When it's convenient for her, she talks about sexism. But I think it's kind of amusing, the idea that she's a feminist. Being a feminist is not just having two X chromosomes. It's a set of beliefs that Sarah Palin doesn't have and doesn't share.
I'm sorry, I have to just interject because this idea that there is a definition of what a feminist is, that you have to support a particular line about abortion or certain other social issues is just
So what is feminism? So what is feminism?
The fact that she's able to be a mother and a wife and a politician and a best-selling author,
and not
that doesn't make her a
equal
successful
pay
woman.
for men and women?
And Katie Halper, a progressive organizer and the co-founder of the website livingliberally.org. She started a Facebook group in support of Weiner. So what made you start the Facebook group?
I was just really annoyed with the way the Democrats were rolling over and not fighting at all. And what was interesting is that this scandal has actually made me like Anthony Weiner that much more, not for what he did in his personal life, but it reminds me of how different he is from most Democrats. The irony is that I feel like Weiner is the only guy in office who would have known how to fight back against something like that. I think that maybe the reason people are so upset about Anthony Weiner is because this didn't result in any actual sexual relationships. Maybe that's the issue. Like, they're disappointed. Maybe that's why he had to apologize to Clinton. I don't know if you heard of Hank Williams Jr. Apparently he was on Fox, and then he's like, they're the enemy. And they're like, who's the enemy? He goes, Joe Biden and Obama. They're like the Three Stooges. And the people on Fox are like, there are two of them. And he's like, whatever. By the way, if Boehner were a Democrat, the Republicans would call him Boner every single time they mentioned him. I just want to put that out there. I think that's where we should take this country back, starting with Boner.